welcome to the Spring Lake tour. I've been like really excited. Like, this is my first park, obviously. I originally deleted it and redid it. So, and this is like a lot better. Like, I was hard like even beginning to like start the last one. I just got to the first coaster. It was probably my best coaster, and honestly still is. But I still like this park way more. And let's check what the sign says real quick. It says Valley America and Lakeside Kingdom. Obviously, Valley America, that's M&J Games, and Lakeside Kingdom is Coaster Creation TV. Both quite like they always support me on this channel, so I wanted to put that there. Right here we got employee parking. I probably could have done that a little bit better. That's what I'm going to try and improve on in my next park, is obviously the parking lot. And we get reserved preferred parking. You're welcome. It cost me money, so I don't know. You owe me something, I guess. I probably should have put some cars there. I didn't though. I don't know why. Oh, what do we have right here? Corvus parking lot blueprint. Oh, yeah, that saved me a lot of time. So I put that right there for Corvus because that's his blueprint, obviously. And right here we have M&J Games. So this channel, like, I thought it was so cool, his Wild Winds Park. And that was a little bit before I started my channel, but like he kind of inspired me to like start Spring Lake. That park was like, it just looks so cool, so I wanted to make something like it. Over here we have Coaster Creation TV. He's been here since the start, like pretty much since one of my first videos. I think it was like the 5th one. And over here we have Coaster Crazy TV. He's always super supportive on the channel. You know, like he always says kind words every video. Yep. So I wanted to thank him for it. Yeah. And this is my favorite, one of my favorite shots of the park. It's the Spring Lake sign with the top hat, which I really love. I just loved it. And I also love these two buildings right here. This is my favorite building in the park, actually. I try to step it up with the detailing. And right here we have a locker building. I like how that turned out too. The wood trims added a lot to it. And this is probably my favorite shot of the park, actually. So you got like the spaghetti bowl and you got the water feature right here. It's not the best, but yeah. And you can see across the park, you can see the log flume, the wooden coaster. Yeah, something about it I really like. And I like how you can just see the flying snake dive thing. It's a little bit different from flying snake dive, but I like it because like the supports, they just come down and it feels like a hyper coaster going over a path. It's just so cool. And right here we got a barbecue station, and then I like how this turned out, this whirlwind. That wouldn't have been here if it weren't for Tonga Gaming, because he suggested I should probably do that. And this, I completely changed the layout of this coaster, so it's technically a new coaster. So I don't know. And I changed the foliage around here, like I had rocks, bushes, try to make it a little less closed around here. And we're approaching our first coaster. Yeah, and this is my favorite station of the whole park. I love it. I mean, the station over there, I like that station too. I love them both. They're just, I don't know, like, I really like them. This is a little really similar to Genesis at Peak Park by Corvus, with like the chain link fencing and stuff as the roofing. I really love how that turned out. And I apologize for my terrible camera work. This is obviously, well, it's not really obvious because there's only like 2 of them, a Vekoma Wildcat. It has a different layout from a Vekoma Wildcat. Like that right there, it's supposed to be like a stall going downwards, but it still keeps on rotating. You should see it like in a second. Yeah, you'll see it on the POV, but yeah. And obviously, I tried to add these dots with that because it looks really good. And I'll show a POV of the coaster. And that's the coaster. It's kind of intense. That's what I was going for, like Let Coaster. The POV of that coaster looks so intense. And the switch track's not the best. And that's the wrong window. So it's like my first switch track, so it's not anything special. It doesn't really get that much better with the next coaster. I like how this Execute turned out. It's a lot better than the next coaster we're going to get on. And another one of my oh, Tall Guy Gaming. Jeez, man, you're tall. You're taller than the building. Congrats, man. You should have been an NBA player. I'm just saying, man. And this is one of my favorite shots in the park right here. Just take a moment to take it in. I love it. I like how I did the foliage right there too. And I like this little bathroom. I like everything in this park, obviously. Besides the station for the log flume. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about how I don't like this queue line. I just couldn't fit it in any better. The way I wanted that a little piece of track to go over the entrance because I just looked good. And right here, this is my second switch track. It's a little bit better than the last one. It's not very realistic though. The station is quite simple too. We have the dots again once just because to add some realism. Even though it's my first park, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. But here's the next POV of the coaster. I don't know what just happened there. So there's the POV of Woodchuck. I like it. It's probably my third favorite. It's my least favorite coaster in the park. It serves its purpose as a family coaster. It may be a little intense for a family coaster, but yeah. And once again, I don't like this this exit. It's kind of ugly. I don't know what I was doing there and there. I probably should have done a little bit more work to just make it feel a little bit more complete. I think this little area though, you can see a backstage area right there with the there's some dumpsters and stuff because it's a restaurant and needs it. Yeah, and shout out to Coaster Creation TV for that name, and also the Ravenclaw that was Coaster Crazy TV. So thanks for that. I like how you can just see the one coaster. I added some bars right there, just add some rails in, like it's supporting the wooden supports. Yeah. Just Tumbleweed, Flat Ride, and Gulpy. That's from the original park. I just found it. Apparently I sent it as blueprint. And, oh, that's perfect. So you can just see the log flume splash. It's called Scenic Splash. It's not really supposed to have a theme or anything. I was just going for, like, it's super, like, it just gives good views. That's what I was going for with that. We have another flat ride here. Flat ride right here. And, it's called Rockin' Rainbow. This exact ride is at my home park. It's literally called Rockin' Rainbow. Not very original. But we're not going to talk about that. I like the foliage around the ride. I love it, actually. Alright. You can tell I rushed this. This took me like 5 minutes. But I was so low on percentage. I'm literally at like 99%, I think. It's called Scenic Splash. I like this sign. The stuff. You know what I mean. So let's just get to it. The queue line I actually kind of like. It's not my favorite. I love like the ride itself. That might be my favorite ride in the park. And the Rockworks probably the best I've done. But that's just me being a little biased. And I'll let you guys see a POV of the log flume. Oh, and don't get wet. Alright, that was Scenic Splash. Obviously, it has its flaws, but I've never done a live one before. I love the view you get before the drop of the park, like, especially the Blitz, because, like, you just get that weird emblem thing. I just love that sign. Sorry if the audio is a little bit scuffed. I'm using my phone to record my, like, speaking and, like, and recording it on my, like, recording the video on my Xbox, basically. So it might sound a little rough or just sound a little bit off. But yeah, I'm sorry. And you just get a view of the lake. I probably could have added some trees, but I didn't have enough percentage left. At least I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't know. Hope you guys like that flat ride. I love that flat ride. I'll probably do it again in my next park, most likely. Right here we have a bathroom. This is the exact same building as the barbecue station at the beginning of the park. And here's probably my second favorite station. It actually might be my favorite. Blitz Barn Run. Probably the moment you have all been waiting for. Seems something has escaped the barn. Well, that's the theme. Something escaped the barn, and you're that thing. Like a horse, maybe. And yeah, it's supposed to be a barn, if you couldn't tell. And I like how it turned out. I'm just gonna skip through all of that, because it's just a boring old cattle pen. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. I love how you just get a view of the top hat and the brake run. I added some foliage over there. I did not add a switch track on this one because I did not want to. I did not feel like it. Originally, that was the plan, but I didn't do it, and you can cry about it. So sorry. And again, we added all these. Because obviously it's very important. I added some clutter up there. Yeah. And that was Blitz Barn Run. Obviously, that's the best ride in the park. It's quite smooth for me, I guess. I don't know if you consider that smooth. I did bigger pieces because I was running my own percentage, and that took away some of the percentage. So this might be a little, like, different from what it used to be, and I hope you all like that. And I'm sure because obviously I haven't shown a POV of this since, like, the beginning of the series. So yeah. Right here we got a little building with some drinks. And I think that's something I didn't do great in this park, is adding a lot of buildings. Because right back here, it's just a long stretch without any buildings, I guess. But I like how, I don't realize how much I like that. It might be a thumbnail right there. Obviously this is probably, like, my favorite looking thing in the park. It's called Windwhacker. It's so simple, but it works. you know. This is probably one of my favorite buildings in the park. This is like the first building I built after the entrance. And right here we have a beach. I like this park too. I probably should have done some terrain painting over there. I did that. This one thing I had main priority on was terrain painting. And this, I added a bathroom and chief beef. It's called Beachside Burgers. And this is called Twin Shop, because the town I live in, they have a really good ice cream shop. And they have one at Spring Lake, like the real life Spring Lake, the one I go to every now and then when it's open. It's a campground. But yeah, I love how this building turned out. Maybe we can get the one thing coming around like this. Is it even coming? I want to wait out. There we are. Ooh, I just love these custom supports. Intivins are just so good looking. But yeah, and we're coming to the end of the spotlight. And I really appreciate all of the support I got on this. This has basically been since the beginning of my channel. This is the second series on it. The first series was canceled, but it's the first park series, obviously. But I hope you guys enjoyed this park as much as I did. And yeah, we're also close to 100 subscribers, so maybe you could subscribe if you're watching this. But goodbye, I guess.